Hi everyone, welcome to Unapologetic-Tarot. This is Evelyn here doing your reading. Today we are going to tap into the energies and see what is coming up. This is a timeless reading. We just dive in with the tarot to see what energies are being highlighted. It could be in any area of life. It could be in love, relationship, career. For this, we'll pull some oracle cards, tarot cards. We'll do some clarification, and we'll also get some advice from Spirit. So let's dive in. I shout out to all of my subscribers, those that are commenting, those that are having private reading, those that are engaging with this channel and engaging with me. I appreciate you all. I appreciate love you all. Someone corrected me that a few days ago. Appreciate love. So I am using that word here. Appreciate love you all. If you're new here, you are welcome. I hope you're finding the contents and the readings are resonating with you. If they are, consider subscribing, join the family. I am growing this page. I also do private readings. If you do want to connect with me privately, the links are in the description box below. So that being said, let's dive into what is showing up for the collective. This is timeless reading. Whenever you see this reading, you are meant to see it. All readings are for entertainment purposes only. Do watch to the end, because that's where you really get the spectrum, the full spectrum of what the reading is. So only just listening to part of the reading does not really cut it out. So do watch it to the end and comment your thoughts. So that being said, let's dive in. Spirit ancestors, we call on you. We request your presence in this reading. So it is. We've got the river crossing. Okay. I think in the last few readings, we've been seeing the theme of transition, and the theme of transition is here, the river crossing. So this is an emotional transition with indication of water and the boat. This is an emotional transition here to some of you. And to some of you, this could be, of course, our emotions affect how we move through life. Okay, so if we're going through transition, it affects us. So to some of you, this may not be obvious, but it is your emotions that are being that are going through the transition right now. Okay, there's navigation here too. What transition are you making indeed? How can you trust this journey even if the destination is yet unclear? I think this is the important thing. How can you trust this journey even if the destination is yet unclear? This is giving me like the Fool's Journey, the Death cards, and the Fool's Journey together. So this is what this is giving to me. So it seems like some of us are still crossing. This transition is still there. We're still navigating through the terrains. So that is the big energy. I'm going to leave it at that because that is a big energy and we want to explore that with the tarot. What could this be for you? How can you navigate this terrain? Bottom of the deck, we have the labyrinth. The labyrinth is the challenges, the twists and turns that we face as a result of this transition. The twists and turns that we face as a result of this transition. Where in your life are you encountering obstacles? You know, obstacles are there for a reason. They are there for us oftentimes to stop and think about our next step, to stop and think about our choices. So obstacles, the labyrinth is not a bad place. to be. It is a place to pace us a bit on the journey, on our life journey, for us to pace, to take a breather on this journey and to ponder on our next step. Why is this obstacle here? What is this obstacle teaching me? This is what the journey is all about, the big energy. So we are going to dive into the tarot to see what areas these big energies might be affecting you, might be affecting it's affecting all of us. You know, we are all in this, okay? Or however, our journey is different. We are all at a different stage in our life. So this reading may not necessarily resonate with you today or at this time, because it is a timeless reading. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Let's dive into the tarot. So Spirit, what is this river crossing for the collective or the listener? What is this river crossing for the collective and for the listener? What message is here? What is this river crossing and transition? Wow. Okay, we've got the Sun card. This is the most happiest card. This is illumination. Okay, so the Sun card is telling me that this is in all areas. It's about illumination. It's also about happiness. It's about enlightenment. What aspect do you need enlightenment on? And to some of you, this is also happiness. This is also self. This is also yourself finding a new sense of freedom, finding a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of expressing yourself. So I feel like to some of you, this could be breaking away from norm, emotional bondage, attachment, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You're beginning to navigate those terrain and find your happiness and set yourself free. Let's keep going. What is supporting the collective here in their pursuit for independence, happiness, freedom, self-love, everything that the Sun card represents to the viewer and listener? What is supporting them in achieving that? Thank you. So what is supporting the collective is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands talks about challenges. Challenges is that you're still standing. It's the experiences that you've gone through so far, yet you are still standing. That is what is supporting you. The medicine, the experience, the lesson that you learned from all of these trials and obstacles. And look at the wisdom here. Look at the wise guide. Your experience is guiding you through this period. And I also feel like this is a transition. This is a boat to the other side of what you want, the sun, your illumination, your freedom, your enlightenment, that's happy life, that purity, that innocence. Your experience is what is guiding you, the wounded warrior. So this is also the wounded warrior that some of you are still standing after it all. And you've gained some wisdom. Now the Nine of Wands is indicating the end of this period. This period of the labyrinth is coming to an end. But you need to learn the final lesson to push through and to break free so that you can illuminate and release and unleash this aspect of who you are becoming. And what is challenging the listener, the viewer? What is challenging the listener? is to work on yourself, to work on what you want, to focus on what you finally want. Start focusing on what you finally want, what makes you happy. You've got the experiences. You are in transition. And I also feel like some of you are working on your plans. You're dedicated, working on yourself now, and also healing. And what is the final outcome? What is the outcome for the listener in this space? Thank you, Spirit. What is the outcome for the listener? The outcome is that stability, groundedness, practicality, solid, stability in what you are wanting. So this period is grounding you. So I feel like to some of you, you are working on your coin, you're working on your money, you're working on your stability and security. Okay, this is what is important. You are focusing on what is important to you at this point. So, and what's important to you might be different. So everyone is different. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is something new. It's appreciation for self. This could also be acceptance of an apology or acceptance of a new friendship or friendliness of friendship, acceptance of self as you embark on this new journey, acceptance of self. Well done. I feel like to some of you, this is acceptance. And to some of you, this could be something new being introduced. I feel like this is a surprise. There's a surprise coming in. And that surprise is leading to your star moment. It's leading to what you've always wanted. So now let's get some clarifiers on these cards. Clarify the Sun card. And I'll get a message, final message. Clarify the Sun card. Nine of Cups, indeed. So to some of you, this is the Nine of Cups. This is your fulfillment. You've liberated yourself. This is emotional fulfillment, your freedom, your enlightenment, your illumination, your new beginning. This is what you are moving towards. Nine of Cups, beautiful. I feel like, people are looking at you and are really happy for you that you've pulled through this situation. You've come out of this situation. You've come out and you're still determined, strong, and motivated to move forward. You're standing your ground. You're also holding your own and setting healthy boundaries as you move forward with this Nine of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Cups. Wow. The Queen of Cups. I feel like the Queen of Cups, is nurturing. She's compassionate, she's healing. I feel like this process to some of you has softened your heart, has made you more compassionate towards yourself, towards other people, because you've learned a lot of lessons through this process. And you're also healing. And there's also compassion for self. Okay? There's also compassion for self in this process, in this phase. This is really beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. So the Eight of Pentacles, clarify the Eight of Pentacles, clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is the Two of Swords. So some of you are still in two minds as to what makes you happy, as to what you need to be working on, what you need to be focusing on. But we see the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you are coming out of it as to, setting your own goals, doing things that make you happy. Some of you are still in two minds. I also feel like you're getting some clarity when it comes to that as well, because you're still moving through this transition. And to some of you, you are sort of tampering what works for you. Okay? You're perhaps doubting your own self, I see some doubting yourself, doubting your skills, but some of you are getting there. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So some of you are taking action. Knight of Swords is all about action, quick action. So once you've made up your mind as to what you want, so some of you are taking action towards your stability, your security. So once you get clarity on these Two of Swords as it pertains to what you need to do for yourself, what you need to focus on, some of you are taking action on that. Bottom of the deck, we've got the World card. So some things are ending. Some of you are closing cycles here, closing generational cycles, and you're also healing and moving through this situation. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are moving forwards though. What's the general message for the collective? What's the message for the collective here, Spirit? As they move through this crossing of the river, as they move through this transition. What is the message? I hope this reading is making sense. So they are saying the do nothing is upside down right now. So to some of you, you might have to take action depending on what stage you're at. If you're very clear on what you need to do for yourself, then the action, what is there is to take action. And to some of you, I feel like Spirit is saying, do nothing right now as you get more clarity on what you need, as you seek clarity on what you need. Do nothing right now. So to some of you, you might require to take action. To some of you, it's just to sit in that silence, to sit wherever you are right now, because where you are right now is okay. It's the right place for you to be and get more guidance before moving forward. Focus. So to some of you, you need to focus. You need to focus on what you are doing, what you want for yourself, and move it along. So this is focus on what you want. Give me one more. And communicate. So to some of you, there's a need to communicate to your inner self, to your higher self, to the divine. This situation requires communication. If you are communicating with somebody, there's a lot of signs and synchronicity. There's guidance here moving you through this process. So I am going to pick a message generally for love. What is the love message here for the collective? What does the collective need to know in love as they move through this crossing of the river, through this transition? What does the collective need to know in love? So they are saying release your ex. Release your ex. Release the past. The time has come to clear your energy. Release your ex. Free yourself, indeed, free yourself. This is also the Sun card. Free yourself from whatever situation. This is the Sun card. So this is the releasing as you walk through this crossing of the river. Spirit is saying, free yourself from everything that's holding you back. It's time to take back control of your life as you move through this labyrinth and as you cross the river to your next level. I'm going to just take one more. So there's a lot of release of the old, so that a new passion can come in. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And bottom of the deck, do beware of some deception, deceptive energy. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So do beware of that and be absolutely clear through this transition. We are still in Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of things that's coming up for resolution. This is all I have for you. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. If this reading resonates with you, consider subscribing, comment what has resonated with you, and engage with us. I do like to read your comments. Until next time, take care.